Okay, so today's video is going to be aimed at people that are looking to get started with their low content businesses or are looking to expand their low content businesses with new niche ideas. So obviously I'm not going to be able to show you all 100 niches in this video. So what I'm going to do is link you to my Gumroad account in the description where you can download a file for all 100 niches. Now this is absolutely free. I'm not trying to sell you anything here. Just for the sake of functionality, you can go to the Gumroad page and take a look at all these niches. But in this video, what I want to do is to go over my favorite low content niches for getting started. Now these are niches that I've published in, so I know that they do well. And when it comes to the interiors for these niches, you can have them outsourced for super cheap, as in just a few dollars. So bear in mind, with any low content book like this is the typical type of low content book that Amazon is absolutely flooded with. So you're going to have to take a look at providing volume to the marketplace, i.e. having quite a lot of books made for each niche here. However, with these niches, there is money going to every single niche that I'm going to provide you in this video and in the list on my Gumroad account. So without further delay, let's take a look at my favorite ones and ones that I publish in. And the first one here is mental health trackers. Okay, so mental health is a big problem, and especially at the moment with a lot of countries being locked down, people are really suffering with their mental health, and they come to Amazon to buy these journals where they can track things like anxiety, mood swings, and depression. So it's not a case of taking advantage of people's problems. Like, these people are actively searching for things that will help them with their mental health. And if it is just a case of having a book with, you know, lined paper in it that they can write down their feelings and thoughts on, and if that helps them, then that's absolutely fantastic. And of course, you get paid and you get the sale for it as well. Okay, so like I say, we can take a look at things like anxiety tracking, gratitude journals here, mood journals, habit tracking, wellness journals, and even writing prompts for depression and anxiety, as you can see here. Okay, so this is an absolutely huge one at the moment. If you're looking to get started with low content books, then this is a really good one to go for. Okay, so let's start going through these a little bit quicker now. And the next one here is wedding guest books. Of course, a lot of people have not been able to have weddings due to the pandemic, and as things start to come to an end, people are going to start planning their weddings, and of course they're going to have to buy these guest books, as you can see on screen here. So again, this is a very good one to start pursuing. Okay, next up we have vacation diaries for children. Again, it's going to be a big one when people can actually start to travel again, and I think people are starting to suspect that within, you know, the next sort of few months, people are going to start being able to have holidays again. And this one here is a vacation diary for children. And if you're not quite sure what that is, let's just take a look inside one of these books here. Okay, so as you can see inside this book, it is kind of a prompted journal here where they have a few things: the date, the location, who they spent the day with, the best part of the day, the best food that they had, and then just a couple note things at the end here. So again, this is just going to be pretty much the same page repeated over and over and over for all the different trips that this person takes. And what I found with this particular niche is that the rankings for a lot of these are really quite low. So 88,000 on this one for something that was published years ago and is independently published is extremely good. So that's definitely one to consider if you're starting out or looking for new niches. Okay, next up, another kind of summer one here, and we have camping logbooks. So for example, this one here is a camping journal and RV travel logbook. Let's take a look inside. Again, very simple page here. Now with these ones that are a little bit more complicated than just being lined journals, you can have these made, you can have them outsourced from upwork.com, and I recommend using upwork.com for pretty much all your interior designs. I don't like going to these places that just give you templates that everyone else is using. I like to have my own unique one, so, you know, not just to make 100% sure that I don't run into any troubles with duplicate content being out there on Amazon. And if you look around for long enough on Upwork, you will find someone that can do work just like this for a very, very, very low price, because these are pretty much all just one page repeated over and over and over. And once you find someone that can do something like this, something quite simple, you can keep them for all future projects. Okay, next up we have a food and symptom tracker journal. So this is for people that get affected by certain foods, and what they can do is just write down what the food is and then write down what the symptom that they suffer from afterwards, and, you know, just get into detail about how it's affecting their body so they can keep track of what to avoid and how things are affecting them. Okay, so this is mostly for people that have stomach issues like IBS and things like that. And again, inside these books we have really simple designs where people just They get to note down their energy levels, their activity levels, their sleep quality, their goals, how they feel after eating certain foods here, and the symptom that they feel is and what the pain is. Really simple stuff, and it's just a couple pages repeated over and over and over once again, okay? And once again, if you're keen to check out like 100 more of these, then just go down to the description and check out my Gumroad page, where I've listed off all 100 of these niches that I found over the last year or so. And a lot of these niches I do publish in myself. I've not written down or noted next to them which ones I publish in, because I don't want people to just pick the ones that they think that I'm publishing in. I want people to do the research themselves, but these are ones that I have either looked at and been interested in, or ones that I have published within, okay? Okay, next up we have Mushroom Identification Logbook. And just to show you more so how out there a lot of these ideas can be, and if you just think outside the box, you can find almost an unlimited amount of low content books. As you can see, some of these are actually selling really well. A lot of them aren't selling well. As you can see, we have like 4 million, 3 million, 4 million, 5 million, but some of them actually do really well here with 400,000. 259,000. So when you see stuff like this, where you type in a niche and you can see that there's such a variety of sales ranks, I think you need to look at this and think, is there a reason why this is happening? And the likelihood here is that people are actually publishing multiple books in the same niche. So this person here, for example, they probably have way more than just one book here. They're making multiple covers for the same interior, and just some of them just seem to stick and some of them don't. And that could be said for publishing in general. And just to give you an example of why I throw so many niches out here in my videos, is because sometimes you yourself just won't get these niches right. So for me, for example, I tried to publish, I think it was between 5 and 10 coloring books. I think it was probably like 7 or 8, and they didn't sell for me at all. They just couldn't sell. I just couldn't get them to work for some reason. I put money, I put time into it, and it was just time and money wasted ultimately, because I couldn't get them to sell. And you're going to find the same problem when you come to publish on Amazon. You're going to find that certain niches that you see are selling, you're not going to be able to get them right for whatever reason that is. It just doesn't work for you. So that's why I upload so many different videos on different niches, because it gives you the chance to spread yourself out across many niches, and eventually you're going to get a lot of them right, and you're going to get a lot of them wrong as well. And that's why it's so important that you have a variety of different niches on your Amazon account. Okay, so next one we have here is Pet Health Record Book. Now, what's great about this niche here for low content is that you can do this with pretty much any animal that people keep as pets. So I think dogs are going to be a really big one here. As you can see, this pet medical record book for dachshunds, oh sorry, it's just a dachshund cover, is selling really well here at 287,000. Now you can do this for things like horses, cats, whatever pet that you can think of, but right off the bat what I can see is that dogs is probably going to be a very popular one in this niche. And if we take a look inside again, we can see that it's a very simple interior that you can have outsourced very quickly. So again, you do need to bear in mind that the rankings for low content books generally going to be quite high, because there's a lot of people doing this at the moment. However, that definitely doesn't mean that you can't make money from this. But to reiterate, you do need to focus on volume with low content books. And there are some publishers out there that have literally thousands and thousands of low content books out there. And for me, that's too boring to do. But it is also a good way to have a little side income within your Amazon account by pushing a lot of these low content books. Okay, next up we have another very summary logbook here, which is a hiking logbook. And as we can see when we scroll through Amazon here, that a lot of these books are doing very well. We have rankings like 13,000, 66,000, 92,000. No rankings here. Couple million rankings here. 451,000, 136,000. So just to give you an idea of what I would consider publishing in, and I will say that I don't publish in this niche, but would I publish in this niche on the basis of what I can see on the first page here in terms of sales rankings. So as I scroll down, ignoring the sponsored listings here, we can see that quite a few of these books have 1 million, 4 million, 1 million, 1 million, like really high rankings on these books. However, there are quite a few when we do look around: 451,000, 136,000, 68,000, 598,000, 514,000, 365,000. We can see that a lot of these books are ranked well under 1 million, and on the first page Some of them don't even have many reviews, like they have 5 on this one, they have none on this one here at all. So for me, looking at this would be a yes, I would go and publish within this niche. However, with any low content book like this, you would have to put out multiple versions of each book. So at least 10, just to get an idea of whether you can make sales with this book. Because honestly, I don't think there's any point in making one hiking logbook, putting it out there on Amazon and then thinking that it's going to make you sales, because the reality is that it probably won't. If you're looking to put out minimal books, like hardly any books at all, then you're going to have to look to higher quality, higher content books with less competition. Because for the most part, people buy these books based on the cover. Okay, so next up, and this is one that I publish in myself, is Birthday Guest Book. And the reason why that I publish in this one is because that you can target a lot of different birthdays. So anything from 16 to nearly 100, I think. I'm not saying I've published from the age 16 to the age 100 that many books, but the possibility is there to do that. But you will find that with birthday guest books that there are certain ages that sell better. For me, I think it was 50, 60, 70, 80 and 90, and even 100 was selling better for me, and then all the way back down to 16, I think it was. So birthday guest books for 16-year-olds. So obviously there's like a sweet 16 thing that you can base your design around. And then we have the 50th, which is a big one, 60th, 70th, 80th, 90th, and 100 is obviously an incredible feat to live that long. So they were quite popular for me, these ones. And again, very, very simple interiors here with just the person, they write their name and then they just write their message / thoughts inside the journal, inside the guest book. And just a quick tip here regarding this niche, black and gold sells very, very well. Okay, so that's some great niches that you can get started with your low content publishing. Now, again, to reiterate, I would not base my entire publishing business around low content books. However, they are a really good way to get started and start seeing sales in your account. And what's great about low content books is they're so easy to put out, so cheap to have made, anyone can do it. And it also gives you a really good idea on getting used to your Amazon account, getting used to uploading listings and creating titles and researching, doing descriptions and finding keywords. It's just a real good learning curve when it comes to low content books. Okay, so if you're looking for more ideas, then once again, you can head over to my Gumroad, where I'm going to be uploading my new PDF file, which is going to have 100 niches in there. So that includes the niches that I've spoken about in this video, but these are all low content books. They will have some money going to them. They'll have some traffic going to them. They're going to give you a ton of ideas. And this is absolutely free as well. Just come across the description, go to my Gumroad page, download the PDF, and then you can get started with all these niches, okay? And that's it. Thank you for checking out this video. I hope it helps you, and feel free to subscribe if you like.